Hey guys, this is my '07 Ford F350. I've checked everywhere on YouTube on how to remove these aprons off from '99 all the way up till 2012 and could not find anything. So I want to make a YouTube video for the people that were also looking and couldn't find a video. I'm strictly removing this apron, but it's the same kind of setup for the other side, for passenger side. This is the driver's side. It's fairly simple. It's just that I couldn't find any information on how to do it, so I thought it was actually really hard, but it's actually pretty simple. This is my damaged one. I already replaced the front radiator support assembly, I guess. I'll show that later, but for the main part is this front one. It was clapped right here, so it was like bent in. I tried to save it, but I'd rather replace it with that new one. So pretty simple, like I said. I am using a 3/8 drill bit and an air hammer. These two tools will literally save you a lot of time. So you pretty much remove the fender, remove everything kind of. I just have the whole cab off. And it's really simple. You're gonna have to reach on the inside over here for the spot welds from the factory. Well, this is the way at least I'm doing it. If you're in a pickle, then you could probably cut this and remove it and either leave it like that or put a new piece in there. But you're gonna be looking for spot welds. You see that spot weld? All right, there you go. So you see little circles like that. Little circles like that. Those are called spot welds from the factory. So every single one that I found, I've drilled it out. My work is sloppy. I don't do this for a living. I just, kind of on the backup. So I drilled them out, drilled these all out, all the way till down here. There's these two over here, these two, and these three. These three you can kind of see I started separating. I just take my air hammer and put it in between and kind of like, oh, it's not connected. But anyways, I just creep it in between and kind of hit it, and it kind of pries it up. If you don't have an air hammer, then you could use a chisel or a flathead screwdriver. So for at least the apron, you just do this part. I might have to remove this door to reach these four. I got these three over here on the bottom because there's this piece, and then these two along, and then these three on the bottom. Once you drill out these 5, that's pretty much it for the bottom, and these 3 obviously. You remove that, and you just you want to separate it, that way you for sure cut it out. And then this piece is on the back side. The pieces that we drilled out, as you can see, anyways, not important. Drilled these 2, sorry. And like I said, just separate them. You want to separate them like that. And all I have is just these 4 left, which, like I said, I might have to remove the door. As for the front clip, everything was smushed in. So what I did was, this apron is fine, so I really didn't want to touch that. I kind of left that for square purposes, so I know where my square is. So I took my little angle grinder. Oh, sorry, it's a mess here. It's right there, as you can see. Take air grinder or angle grinder, and you just want to work all the way down on the edge, all the way down here, and then you have this gap over here, and then you need a spot weld here, here, here. So I'll use this side as reference. So what I did was, this removes right here. There's just 2 13 here and 2 13 on the back bolts. What I did was I took it right here. See how this is all welded right here? I just took the angle grinder and just hit it, or just take any kind of grinder and just, not too deep, just go along the lines. Keep going, and then once you remove, well, my whole front end is, you can see, not all intact. But you look for these little circles called spot welds. Take them, hit them with a marker so you see them better or something like that. But I see, hopefully you guys see what I'm talking about. And then there's some I'm not gonna take this off because I don't really need to, but there's one right here, it looks like. So over here, there's 3 here, so I'm assuming there'll be 3 there. And then 3 on the bottom right here. Also 3 over here on the bottom, which connects it to this whole piece, which I didn't remove on that side. That's if you need to remove this whole front end support, because like I said, mine was smushed in. And then yeah, I'm using this side as a square, and then this I'm gonna remove and put in the new apron and see and check and use measurements from a different cab, so everything goes in square and all my mounts line up. I already checked those mounts, not the radiator ones, but these ones, sorry, the body mounts, they line up. And you can see how sloppy this is. I tried to save it, but whatever. So I got the new piece in. I'm gonna support this with the jack right now so I don't bend anything over there. And I'm gonna remove this piece. I will definitely keep you guys updated. Like I said, I'm gonna try to drill out these 4 bolts. Don't forget to do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 here. This plate is different. This is part of the cab. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. And then these are the last, not these, sorry. These are the last 4. Once you remove that, it should slide right out. And the reason why is because this bracket right here, this, what holds my PCM or ECM, my module. You see the hole right there? That's how far off that is, because the apron is bent inwards. So yeah. Oh, here it goes. But yeah, replacing this piece and gonna have to weld all this back together. Don't forget these 2 spot welds if you're removing that front end. But yeah, for the most part, it's really simple, just time consuming. This took me about half an hour to remove everything, and then half an hour to just get all these spot welds going. And this is off my other truck, my parts cab. So you got these 3, looks like we had another one right here. These 3, 2 right here, 3 right here, 4 right here. Those 2, that's why you have to kind of work with that one on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then all of this on the inside. Anyways. And then for this, you have 2 right here you're gonna have to reach. And then you can reach this one over here. 1, 2, 3 right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 pieces, and then on the bottom, you don't have anything on the bottom. So yeah, that should cover that. Once you do these 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this one, I'd recommend you to hit this one on the inside, because if you hit it from here, you're gonna have to hit through 3 layers. If you hit it from this side, you just hit this 1 layer. So you hit it from the inside. These 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5. Yeah, 5 there, 4 here. And that comes off, and that's your apron right there. That's what an apron looks like. I will show you once I'm finished. All right, guys. So, this is the new one. Sorry. Put this. Be prepared for a big mess, by the way. But here's the old one. So what I ended up doing, not to take off the doors, I just took my Sawzall and literally just full sand and ran it. Drilled out these 2 a little bit, just enough for my Sawzall to kind of get the edges, grip the edges. And then Sawzall didn't do much, so honestly, for the last 2, you could just take the whole entire fender and up and down. And it's going to be just enough to take those 2 little welds and kind of crack them open, I guess. But this is where we're at now. I have a professional welder on his way. I don't know how to weld, unfortunately. make sure to fix stuff like that. That goes into your apron. But yeah, just make sure all of this is straight when you guys are putting on your new one. I'm gonna knock this all out right now. I'm gonna get this apron situated. Before you guys take off your old apron, make sure to draw your lines. That way you know where it goes. That would have been sucky if I didn't do that, because, I mean, yeah, you could always go by the old holes, but then again, fitment for fender and headlight and radiator support, I would just much rather have you guys do lines. I'll try to put that in the beginning, but yeah. So just make sure you tap all that down once you get it up. I don't know how I'm gonna get it to hold up here. Let's see. It goes underneath that. I'm gonna let that hang here for now. Oop. Don't scratch your doors. All right, I'm gonna let that hang for now, but that's kind of what it's gonna be looking like. Got some channel locks ready to go. Gonna have to pick this rad support up, tie it down, strap it down so it's nice and tight and flush up against here, nice and tight and flush up against here. Once we go by the marks, we're gonna tap all this down, get it. Definitely not gonna spot weld it. We're probably just gonna weld it around the edges. Whatever he says, he's the pro, or might he just spot weld it. Just make sure fitment's all good. Make sure all your wires are out of the way. Stuff like this dangling around, you know, you just don't want to run into any issues. Other than that, mine is very poor quality and messy work, but like I said, this is my first time when it comes to an apron, so don't make fun of me. That's my excuse. But yeah, you guys will have fun on these as I did. This last one took a minute, but we got it. As you can see, mine creased right here, so anyways, it just pretty much shrinked. But here's a new one. We'll get this all welded. Got a nice hood and bumper for a very good deal here in South Carolina. Have the fenders. Look at the interior, by the way, super clean interior. Of course, the door is closed or locked. No, all right. Other than that rip, so super. Anyways, for a 6.0, it's super clean, and this is what is going on. This is just a wicked motor. This is a rollover chassis, but the frame's all good. The frame from that one is horrible. Here, I'll show you. We do a lot of 6.0s here. As you can see, I got one right there going, ready to go frame. That's my tow pig. I got 3 more projects over there. There you go. This is the original frame where it came from. As you could see, it was hit right here. It actually hit the new Aluma duties, and it broke the frame right here. So this is a 07 f350. Literally snapped the frame. It snapped, and you can see it creased a little bit right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it creased and is budging out. And I'm assuming this side is going down more than the other side. So there's a crease right here. But yeah, so it's probably downwards and the other side is higher than the other. This is a really good motor. 140k miles. Very new turbo. Looks like it's upgraded. That one is going to go into that truck. That blue truck has a very slow crank, no start. So instead of tearing it apart to check for compression, I'm just going to throw this in here. It's not studded. It's kind of my garbage area. But yeah, and then all for my parts, I just have a couple of cabs. I'll show you guys around. Nice weather outside today. That one was a hot no start. Fixed that. This one I fully assembled together piece by piece. And then here are my cabs. I got 3 frames over here, 2 more on the other side. This is a dually. That's also a dually. A lot of Ford parts here. So that was the original rollover. Took that cab off, putting that blue one on. Ripped the apron out of here. Rad support I ripped off here. Thought I was just going to be able to save that apron, so I could have literally just cut that there, but silly me. So ended up cutting it right here, drilling most of the parts out. This one looks a lot more fancier, but yeah. And then I got 2 more cabs over there. You can see the other one over there, but Yep, that's our situation here, and then back to the shop. So this is kind of just a video for you guys to kind of know how to do aprons, because I couldn't find any videos. But thanks for watching, guys.